All right, we want to get you right out to NewsNation's Allie Bradley. Allie has been there on the scene, tracking this story for us from the very beginning. Allie, joining us live now, kind of set the scene with what is happening there in the Minneapolis area today on this Thursday.
Yeah, good morning, Nicole. So right now we're about 20 minutes away from the scene of that shooting. We're outside of the federal building right now where protesters have gathered. And what you're seeing, if we can kind of pan around and show you how big this group is out here, this is going to be maximum amount of people that are going to be in here because they have off-ramps closed to the federal building right now because of these protests and because of what's happening here. And of course, these people are protesting the federal government stance that this was a defensive act here, firing those shots. But these individuals out here are saying the ICE officer needs to be arrested. When we actually talked with Commander-at-Large Chief Gregory Bovino, who is on site here as well, he told us he didn't have a comment and was going to let the FBI take the investigation. Take a listen here.
No comment at this time, Allie. We're just protecting federal facilities and making sure that order remains the way it should.
Do you have any comment on the shooting?
No comment.
Do you stand behind the use of force?
No comment. We're going to let the FBI go ahead and take care of their investigation.
And then we also talked to some protesters out here today, talking to them about their stance. And some of them are saying they have no ill will towards these federal agents, but they just don't trust them. Take a listen to what one protester told us.
Can't fight hate with hate, but something needs to change. And I think it starts with the uniform and the badge. I truly believe some of these people might be good, probably good human beings, but we don't trust the badge, we don't trust the uniform, we don't trust the mission of what they're trying to do.
That dude acted like he was scared.
Now, obviously, out here we have hundreds of people that are going kind of toe-to-toe with federal law enforcement. Things have been pretty peaceful since we have been out here. We haven't seen much acts of violence towards either side, but we did see one person get apprehended who apparently had crossed the line with the Border Patrol or with ICE that are out here right now. Several agents kind of went after one individual earlier on today when we first got here on scene. But right now, things are pretty calm as far as it goes. Like I said, there's not going to be more people that are coming in, and this group isn't going to get much larger because they have no access to this federal building anymore because the roads are blocked off. But with that being said, out of an abundance of caution, the public schools are also closed today and tomorrow because of protests that are planned for today and planned across the city. So they are doing that to try to keep students and people safe. But with that being said, that means even more people could potentially be out on the streets, right? So that's something that we're keeping an eye on today. There is that vigil is happening. There's a press conference happening over there with clergy and faith leaders right now. We have a crew there as well, and we'll bring you that information and some info from that press conference as soon as that's over as well. But right now, very active down here still, but everyone's pretty much keeping to themselves. They're even having conversations with Border Patrol, kind of laughing with them. So it's really interesting dynamic down here today. No massive violence, but they are shouting some things at them, you know, as you might imagine here, saying they need to go home, calling for the arrest of that ICE officer. What was really interesting yesterday when we were talking with all the protesters, they said the only video that they want to see now is that ICE officer being arrested, Nicole.
Yeah, and there was a lot of fear that things were going to get violent. So right now it is a good thing to see things remain calm there. Allie, I do want to ask you, though, do we know how this is impacting immigration enforcement in that area overall now? Because the administration had announced this surge of more officers just days before this fatal shooting. So is that still ongoing?
Yeah, so really interesting here because we just heard from Secretary Kristi Noem, who said she's not ruling out sending more officers if needed to this area, right? So we could see even more people surge to this area. But the reality is Chief Gregory Bovino and his team, they're out here, right? So they're not out in the streets conducting that enforcement. However, there are thousands of other immigration officials that are out here, and Kristi Noem said that they were not going to pause their enforcement operations. They were not going to tamp down on things. If anything, they're going to ramp up. Like she said, she's not ruling out sending more officers and agents to this area, but she did tell us yesterday that they are not having conversations about deploying the federal National Guard to this area just yet, Nicole.
Well, Allie, you stay safe out there. Great reporting as always. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.